What are you grinning about?
Joe Biden, the rules apply only to everybody else but him. Pollsters missed it by about 6%. The CMAs, all that and more coming up on today's Wade and Carter Show. Nothing.
It's not plugged in.
That's why. Thank you. Well, it was screwing me up because it didn't work the first time I tried to run it.
Before we do this, let's go over the ground rules. Rule number 1, no touching of the head or face. And that's it. Now let's do it.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
How are you today?
I'm perplexed.
Are you? Why is that?
Well, most people in our position would be sneaking up on doing probably arguably their 900th or 1000th show. Correct?
Yeah.
In your case, it's doing the first show 1,000 times.
Yeah, I like it that way. Keeps me fresh.
You are very fresh. You're looking at me going, I have nothing through the board. I have nothing through the board.
I didn't check that.
You've got to plug it in.
It didn't work anyway the first 3 times I pushed the button.
Right?
I had to reboot the darn
It's
thing.
not your fault.
It's always
You are a Democrat.
Let's do this.
The Wade and Carter Weather brought to you by our great friends at Deerland Feed. We say for everything you need, there's Deerland Feed.
All your ag needs, all your pet needs, they've got it all.
They got that stuff that you can you want to dip your animal. You don't want, you turn my mic off to clear your throat.
Yeah, I did.
I like that. That makes sense. That'd be great. Excuse me, folks, because you turn off the wrong microphone.
Exactly.
66. Let's just get through this. Bless your heart, Lacey. I'm sorry. 66 degrees in Victoria, heading to a high of 86 under mostly sunny skies. Would you like to turn off my mic and cough?
No, I just
It's unbelievable. Are you okay today?
got a little verklempt.
Your fingers tingling?
No, I'm
You
good
have a
there.
fever?
No, I'm good there. I haven't lost my sense of taste or smell.
No. We're good. Thank goodness.
Hopefully we're good back through the usual connection into the iPad so that we're streaming the audio as it's meant to be and not sounding like we're in a cave or a closet. So
Yeah, we apologize for that yesterday.
Technical difficulties yesterday. I think maybe we fixed them, but hopefully we'll have a permanent fix.
Yeah, we're
I think
excited.
the problem is inside this thing.
Let's see. Can we bring up today's video? Are we?
Now it looks like I don't know. Computer just ain't working today.
We need to reach out to our buddy Dwayne Proctor. Dwayne Proctor at GDP Techs. That's 550-4744.
All your computer needs, issues, he can help you answer questions.
He can come out, you can log him in, and in no time, he can break down the diagnostics. You ever seen guys that they go in and they right-click this and F6 that, and the next thing you know, there's screens up there on your computer that you've never seen before? Well, he's that guy.
He's that guy. All right, maybe it's working now.
He won't tell your wife all the places you've been searching on the internet.
There we go.
That's us.
There we go.
We're
That's
live.
awesome. This sounds like we're good. I think. I don't know. Hard to tell.
Can we?
There we go.
No, you can do your roll call because I know that's important to you.
Judge Posey, first one in. Amanda Smith King. The Iceman is in early. CW Bean. Good morning, Richard King. Justin Glass. Bobby Leister.
Good morning, Judge.
Krista Stringham. David Glass. Jeremy Pena checking in from SA. Christina Wise. Good morning. Adam Daughtry. Bobby Leister says we're down to 338.
Good.
BJ Nelson. Good morning to you. Lisa Poole says check to see if the iPad's plugged in. So,
Lisa, we got this, okay? You just be a retired school teacher. We'll run the radio.
let's see. I don't know.
Does that work?
Does that work?
Look, please check to see if
There.
the iPad's plugged in.
Maybe.
Hopefully it works.
BJ says still not the sound. They enjoy and love Patrick Strauss, Scott Snow.
I don't know, folks. I'm going to tell you something. I could just come in here with a shotgun and wholesale this place because it is not ideal. I want to come in the morning, flip a switch, and play radio. I don't want to deal with wires and crap.
Unfortunately, there are wires and crap
That's why I
involved
have
in
you.
radio.
I need content. I need someone to banter with, and I need a technical guy. That's called job security for you.
So, all right. We'll power through it. We'll slug through it.
Right.
Maybe this way. Is that any better?
Is that doing anything
Is
for
that
you?
doing anything for you?
She says no.
Wow, that delayed a little bit. Put it in a different hole.
Stop.
No, didn't do anything either.
Big. Gone
Yeah,
bad.
it could. The iRig.
Rig.
Yeah.
Gone bad. Could
Yeah,
be.
it could be.
We need to order a couple anyway for a backup. We'll send the
So-
invoice to JP Hull. The Razer IT Solutions iPad, iRig, not the iPad, the iRig is what's bad. And he said don't stick it in too far.
I pulled it out a little bit.
When you change holes, don't stick it in too far. You just said you were gonna. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
You let
Nobody
my metaphor go by.
wants to spend an hour on Facebook this morning watching us try to figure out why the sound isn't as good as it is.
Which
hole
hole
it goes in?
push it
Yeah.
Yeah. Scary. I
So,
apologize for
yeah.
my cold. I've got an allergy thing going on. It's that time of year, and I'm highly susceptible to like mountain cedar, things like that. And when the wind starts blowing, I start dripping. Good morning,
Sheriff
Sheriff
Lauterbach.
Lauterbach.
Marvin Mick is checking in. You can always listen at magic95victoria.com online or at 95.9 FM
Well,
on your FM dial.
yeah, as soon as we move, the FM signal is going to be so much better.
Yeah, you're going to be able to get it all the way out to nursery.
Think about that. We're going to quadruple our listenership.
So,
Adam Daughtry says, "Is it Sexual Thursday?" No, it's Innuendo Week.
yeah.
You have a dirty mind.
Wasn't even going anywhere.
We weren't even going that
I
direction.
mean, it's a hole. We stuck it in.
He said, "Switch holes." I said, "Be careful how far you push it in." Why would you get that direction?
I have
That's
no idea.
terrible. Terrible.
Oh, somebody's mentioned that Joe Biden's being referred to as Beijing Biden.
Nice.
Interestingly enough, and Ted Cruz really kind of went after Andrew McCabe the other day and thought it really painted the picture of the Democrats and the swamp and just how bad things are in Washington, D.C., because Andrew McCabe had no idea that the Logan Act was the way they weren't instructed to use the Logan Act against Michael Flynn,
Right.
except Joe Biden, in notes that Peter Strzok had, pointed out that we probably need to use the Logan Act to prosecute Michael Flynn because he was talking to the Russians in that time between December of 16 and Inauguration Day, right?
And Michael Flynn absolutely did nothing wrong. He was a
No.
great American, and he took the fall over something. Big J Nelson wants you to summarize Alan West's call from yesterday because so many people couldn't
You
hear
would
it.
be better off doing that because I was trying to figure out why our sound wasn't working and didn't pay a whole lot of attention
Well,
to Colonel West, unfortunately. But where I'm going with this point with Joe Biden is all sorts of media reports that he spent a good portion of the last few days, if not the last week,
France?
talking with foreign leaders. France, Italy, Great Britain, Germany, Russia.
What do you do if you find out he talked to Iran?
He probably did.
What if he talked to Iran? What if he talked to
And they even listed the
Iranian leader?
topics: the Iranian nuclear deal, climate change, the Paris Accord. If the Logan Act applied to Michael Flynn in that dead period between Election Day and Inauguration Day, it sure as hell applies to Joe Biden, who hasn't even gotten the electoral vote certified yet.
True
He's
story.
not even in that position yet.
He is not an elected official. He is not a government representative. He is not even deemed president-elect yet by the Electoral College. He has absolutely no right discussing anything on behalf of the United States of America, period. Neither would after this next term, the Republican incumbent coming in has no right to do that until he's sworn in. You're not our representative yet. That's like going on a job interview and then trying to cut a deal on behalf of the company you interviewed with when you haven't gone through HR and signed up yet.
Kind of. So I don't think there's a Logan Act that applies there. They just don't hire you when they find out you did that.
Well, there's a thought.
Yeah. But I thought Dan Bongino summed it up pretty well. That would be like charging Dennis Rodman for having a discussion with Kim Jong-il because he went over there sort of to try to represent the United States. Remember that?
True point. Although I like Rodman's mindset probably better than Biden's.
Yeah.
So, yes, Judge, I'm sorry. He's like, look, could you guys get back to talking about Allen West? Allen West yesterday said that he felt that Dade Phelan was a traitor Republican, and he didn't really give a lot of specifics except that he didn't feel like that Dade was representing the desire of the Republican Party in the state legislature. I asked him, point blank, why did you call him a traitor Republican? And he just said, hey, because he's not representing what the party represents. The logic on this deal, and I'm going to get out of my pool depth, is that these folks, Dawn Tlat just said we can all call ourselves president-elect. I like that. I am president-elect Wayne Carter. Good morning, Tlat. So early on, our own Jeannie Morrison said that she wanted to run for Speaker of the House. And then, so she builds like a little coalition. There's a group of people that say, we back Jeannie, we back Jeannie. Well, then in short amount of time, Jeannie switches over and pledges all of her people to Dade Phelan, which, as I understand it, has a lot to do with committees and assignments and like, hey, I'll back you, then you take care of me later. And it's all productive politics. There's nothing shady about it. It's the way people get things done in Austin. Somewhere along the way, Phelan had what they were trying to call like a supermajority, like 88 reps and all that. And he ran afoul of Allen West somehow. I don't know the skinny on this. And Allen has said, hey, he's not the guy. So I'm going to be curious to see what happens in the next couple of weeks. One of the key things
I venture to say nothing.
Probably. It's just a division between Allen West and the party leadership in office, which, by the way, as much as we thoroughly enjoy Colonel West and think he's a great guy, could also be politics, keeping his name at the front, standing up for the people. He's obviously very conservative, very outspoken. I could see off the record the Colonel being kind of like, I'll stir this up a little bit. This is good for me. It's good for the party. Gets people talking, gets people thinking.
Or is Texas a microcosm of what's going on nationally, where there's so many Republicans that are out of touch with the principles of the Republican Party that we're now starting to see that bleed over into the state of Texas?
I could see that. What I'm going to be curious to see is,
and I'll be honest, I don't know enough about Dade Phelan to tell you one thing or the other because he's not our representative. And
on the national level, I'm going to be curious to see what happens to the Democrats and their division between the AOC type reptilian Democrat and the more conservative.
Boy, they're starting to, those moderate conservatives are starting to show up out of nowhere, aren't they?
Yes.
The one from West Virginia was on Fox News, I think either last night or the night before. I mean, when was lately you'll start probably seeing him, but really, and I can't remember his name, the senator from West Virginia. Don't remember his name.
John Denver.
Yeah, but he, well played.
Nobody else got it, but you did.
But he point blank said that he would not try to break the filibuster.
Right.
That he was not for ending fracking and coal because coal is huge in West Virginia.
Sure.
And to just abandon industries. without any game plan is just not the way he's going?
Well, when you go back to the Paris Clean Air Accord, the reality is this. The Accord didn't do anything ultimately to reduce emissions around the world. What it did was it assigned points to different people, different countries. You got so many points. So let's say that you're India and you're burning coal to make electricity for your billions of people. You exercise your points to do that. And while India is still just chugging out coal into the environment, our West Virginia coal miner can't work. We're not producing coal because that's one of our concessions. If you look at it at 30,000 feet, it's just the United States subsidizing other countries as they pollute. And Trump just said it's a bad deal, which of course was correct.
Well, and then I believe you could sell carbon credits to these polluting countries. How does that clean the air? It's not about clean air. It's about money shifting,
Absolutely.
transfers of wealth, and money. That's what it's about.
By the way, we're going to have to work on this. Everything that we do here seems to be a work in progress, not just getting on the air. But Alan West yesterday said that he would be excited to come and spend an evening with Wade and Carter. And BJ Nelson of White Trash Services, might as well tell you about them right now. White Trash Services, 550-1826. BJ and Scott Nelson have built a company based roughly on the 6 contiguous counties to Victoria, the 5 around Victoria, Rockport, Holiday Beach. If you need trash service on a consistent basis or a one-off, you need a roll-off for a big job you're doing. For example, this Saturday, Cobra Cleanup. White Trash Services.
Lorena, thank you for the bread.
Yes.
Awesome.
White Trash Services is taking a roll-off dumpster out to Inez, where the Cobra Cleanup folks are going to, in conjunction with Commissioner Clint Ives
and a few others,
they're going to walk and clean up the whole area. Well, that's what White Trash Services does. BJ had said, "Hey, get him down here. We'll have dinner. We'll do this. We'll do that." Well, in typical Wade and Carter deal, all of a sudden it's going to get big. So,
well, we can control that.
We can control it. We talked about maybe making it a top fan only deal. Anyway, we may turn it into a Victoria County Republican GOP, a GOP fundraiser. And if we do that, that'll help moderate the crowd. But we just thought about having a sit down round table, just an evening with Alan West. I mean, the guy's done it all. From military service to been a United States, he was Michael Cloud before Michael Cloud.
Served this country.
Yeah, he's been a congressman,
lieutenant colonel. I mean, geez.
He's the head guy of the Republican Party for the state. It'd be great to have him in. So we're looking forward to doing that. There's Marcia Brooke checking in. Got her name right.
You did. Nice. So yeah, we'll work on those details. We figured if it's not too large a gathering, we could probably host it at the 2-4 Ranch.
Yeah, we talked about having it out in the big barn at White Trash Services.
So we could bring it into the house. Cheryl says she'll do the decorating.
Yeah. I think it'll be bigger than the 2-4. I mean, I'm thinking a couple hundred people.
Yeah, we couldn't do it there, but if it's 50 or so, we could host it
Yeah.
at 2-4. So
I mean, you have to be there at the Hilton Garden Inn to get his bags and everything for him.
not at all.
Yep.
So talked about White Trash Services. Let's talk about Veracruz. It's the day after Caldo Wednesday.
Yep. Hangover Thursday. Goodbye. Veracruz today. A big plate of Tex-Mex is what you need to get you ready for the weekend. Weekend usually starts on Thursday night in Victoria.
Usually does.
So get by Veracruz today. The food's fantastic.
That's why I don't understand this can't be a great college town, because the weekends always start at Thursday in college.
There's your Cobra Cleanup link right there on the Wade and Carter page. Go check that out.
576-6015 if you want to place your order at Veracruz to go. You want to get an enchilada casserole for the weekend? Give them a call today. They'll have it ready for you tomorrow, and you can pick it up and you'll have it for the weekend because they aren't open Saturday or Sunday.
No.
So The Atzenoffer dealership since 1926. Chevrolet, Cadillac, Mitsubishi, Mazda.
Victoria's dealership, period.
Go put your order in on the new Corvette. Go get the latest Cadillac.
They're always here. They've always been here.
Go get a new Mazda 3 for the folks from Canada coming down to buy.
Good morning, Norm Burgess. Hope you're doing well, sir.
And they're right there at atzenoffer.com as well. So, Polsters missed it. Real Clear